to lesson number 44. God is the light in which I see. Today, we are continuing with the idea for yesterday, adding another dimension to it. You cannot see in the darkness and you cannot make light. You can make darkness and then think you see in it, but light reflects light and there and is therefore an aspect of creation. Creation and darkness cannot coexist, but light and life must go together, being but different aspects of creation. In order to see one, you must recognize that light is within, not without. You do not see outside yourself, nor is the equipment for seeing outside. An essential part of this equipment is the light that makes seeing possible. It is with you always, making vision possible in every circumstance. Today we are going to attempt to reach that light. For that purpose, we will use a form of practice which we have suggested once before and will utilize increasingly. It is a particularly difficult form for the undisciplined mind because it represents a major goal of mind training. It embodies precisely what the untrained mind lacks, yet the training must be accomplished if you are to see. Have at least 3 practice periods today with lasting 3 to 5 minutes. Longer is highly recommended, but only if you find the time merely slipping by with little or no sense of strain. The form of exercise we will use is the most natural and easy one in the world for the trained mind, just as it seems to be the most unnatural and difficult for the untrained mind. Your mind is no longer wholly untrained. You're quite ready to learn the form of exercise we will use today, but you may find that you will encounter strong resistance. The reason is very simple. While you practice in this form, you leave behind everything that you now believe and all the thoughts which you have made up. Properly speaking, this is a release from hell. Perceived through the ego's eyes, it is loss of identity and a descent into hell. If you can stand aside from the ego by ever so little, you'll have no difficulty in recognizing that its opposition and fear are meaningless. You might find it helpful to remind yourself from time to time that to reach the light is to escape from darkness, whatever you may believe to the contrary. God is the light in which you see you're attempting to reach him. Begin the practice period by repeating today's idea with your eyes open and then close them slowly, repeating the idea several times more. Then try to sink into your mind, letting go every experience of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past it. Your mind cannot be stopped in this unless you choose to stop it. It is merely taking its natural course. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. While no particular form of approach is advocated, what is needful is a sense of the importance of what you are doing, its inestimable value to you, and an awareness that you are attempting something very holy. Salvation is your happiest accomplishment. It is also the only one that has any meaning because it is the only one that has any use to you at all. If resistance arises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea, keeping your eyes closed unless you're aware of fear. In that case, you'll probably find it more reassuring to open your eyes briefly. Try, however, to return to the exercises as soon as possible. If you are doing them correctly, you should experience some sense of relaxation and even a sense of approaching, if not actually entering into light. Try to think of light formless and without limit as you pass by the thoughts of this world, and do not forget that they cannot hold you to the world unless you give them power to do so. Throughout the day, repeat the idea often with eyes open or closed as seems better at the time. Do not forget, above all, be determined not to forget today. This form of practice is the meditation practice that is taught in lesson 41. Form of approach may refer to specific forms of mentally approaching God, such as traveling through clouds So there is a lesson 69 that talks about it. Apparently, he's mentioning it here. Sinking beneath the churning surface to the calm depths, lesson 47. Or imagining that Jesus is holding your hand and leading you, lesson 70. I love this. I'm looking forward to this. The point in this sentence is that having a heightened sense of the importance, value, and holiness of what you're attempting is more important than the particular form of approach you use. The workbook's general rule for this is eyes open when necessary and closed when possible. So he's referring to a couple of other workbooks that you can go back and refer to if you need to. So I love this paragraphs here where Jesus points out and he says, um, we will undergo resistance. I talked about it. It's just we've known all along something, and here comes something new that we've never known, and suddenly we are asked to drop everything and then go with it. It's that reference from Bible too, where Jesus says, "Leave everything and come with me." He doesn't actually talk about the material things. He actually mentions, leave all that you knew in your mind, set that all apart, just join me, come with me, because I'm going to take you to the place within yourself, a journey within you, and I'm going to show you that. That's what he meant. That's exactly what I feel like he's referring to here. And he says, properly speaking, this is a release from hell. It is, but then our ego mind actually does not believe that. Our ego mind believes this is my identity. I am this, whatever that is. Like, I'm a whatever, an attorney, a pharmacist, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever. I'm a housewife or a mother or something, whatever it is. So I've only known this. So you suddenly, like, my identity is gone if I'm going to go ahead and accept this, to follow this. And it's very natural thing, very natural thing. But in that also, he gives us a solution. He says, if you can stand aside from the ego by ever so little, you will have no difficulty in recognizing that its opposition and fear are meaningless. Just give it a shot and see. That's all we can do is just try it, and that's it. Apparently, this sentence meant a lot to me. That's why I highlighted it. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. And I did not highlight your passing, so because for me it was observe all your thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. As you go along in the lessons, you will come to know that thoughts are nothing but passing clouds. The cloud has no attachment to the sky. If you see, it does not linger in the same place for a long time. It just moves on. It is there for that purpose. It's beautiful. We love it. We love the shape of the cloud, the density of the cloud. We describe it, and then it's gone. And it has no attachment to the sky. But we, human, whenever we have a thought, whether it's good or bad or hurtful or happy, we are attached to it. So obviously that meant a lot to me to say that. That's what was my first step in recognizing how I can wake up from my misery. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. And he says, if resistance rises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea. You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong however you want to practice this. You want to just say the lesson and do nothing, you will still be successful. No matter what you do, you are nothing but going to come as the winner that you are, the light that you are, the shining light that you are. This is your journey, your transformational journey. Do let me know what you think, what you feel, how your journey has been. It'll be cool to see that. I love you all. Have a great day and a great week. Thank you. Keep coming back. Keep practicing.